Ait Squile, my name is Hudson Shears and I am from the Cowichan Tribes. I'm the son of Cheryl and Andy Shears. Today we are gathered on the unceded, traditional, and shared territory of the Coast Salish peoples, specifically the Halkominum and Sinchotlan speaking people who continue to use and steward these lands. I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge that this is my home territory and I'm honored to be here with each and every one of you. I'm thankful to the Coast Salish people and this land they call home and have called home for thousands of years. My journey on this land as an Indigenous person has been one of strength, courage, and opportunity. I'm proud to be Indigenous and I'm proud to be one of the 12 Indigenous graduates this year. Hait Setka. That was better.
I've been considering the phrase, all my relations, for some time now. It's hugely important. It's our saving grace in the end. It points to the truth that we are all related, that we are all connected, that we all belong to each other. The most important word is all. Not just those who look like me, sing like me, dance like me, speak like me, pray like me, or behave like me. All my relations. That means every person, just as it means every rock, mineral, blade of grass, and creature. We live because everything else does. If we were to choose collectively to live that teaching, the energy of our change of consciousness would heal each of us and heal the planet.
So I just wanted to say, bring in the language, because language is culture. So in Halkominum, I offered my name, which is Shannon Johnston. And I offered my family, because they go with me everywhere I go. So my mother, Bonnie, whose Irish roots I'm proud to carry. And my father, Dwayne McPhail, who's no longer with us and is in the spirit world watching over. And it's from him that the Cree ancestry line is resurging with strength. I thanked you all for coming in a beautiful spirit with beautiful hearts. I thanked the Cowichan people on whose lands these are. Are you guys allowed to shake hands? What are you guys doing this weekend?
No, we're elbowing it.
We're elbowing, high five, air hugs, hearts. Okay. Mr. Rillin, who are our GISS 2021 graduates?
Let's have Lily Lamb come on up, please.
Lily Lamb. Round of applause for our beautiful Lily girl. Air handshake.
Congratulations, girl.
Congratulations, my friend. What feather is calling you?
Danny Clark.
Danny Clark is doing his work apprentice today, so he's off exploring the world already doing those things. So we will hold that for him as well as all of his other fun swag.
All right. And we have Kodiak Avon Picard.
Kodiak. We always should be quiet for our friends. Kodiak, Jamie!
And Layla Anderson.
Layla Anderson. And Layla and Hudson, as I've said already, are our first recipients of our Indigenous bursary, sending them off for their grand adventures with a teeny tiny little token of our appreciation for the embracing of their culture. So Layla, we wish you were here, sweetheart, but we know you're working hard.
And we have Kira Scott.
Kira Scott.
And Aiden Hodgkins.
Aiden. This young man is a story of resilience. The first day I met him, when he came into the room and shared his story, that one day I hope he gives me permission to share out, I thought, what courage. He's since gone on to make his own home, his own tiny home he lives in, and worked so hard to get to the point of graduating. So we are incredibly proud of the efforts of Aiden. I know, you honey this? Congratulations, Gavin!
Thank you very much. Well done,
So
buddy.
proud of you.
Good job.
That's the one. Beautiful.
And Mr. Hudson Shears, come on up.
Yeah, I like how you two work. You're like in tandem. You
are.
you choose the colors, you hang out back and forth.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Hudson, again, our recipient of our Indigenous Bursary Award. Oh, big feather, big dreams, flying big. I like it.
And we got Liam Wakefield.
We wish we were able to be here today as well. Congratulations, Liam.
Abby Tambellini, come on up.
Abigail. Our beautiful girl starts off by sharing the wolf. I'm so excited to see
What a
where the
beautiful
wolf
story.
takes you. Thank you for that.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, Abby.
Abby.
And your feather. Wonderful. Thank you.
And Sarah White.
Sarah White. Congratulations, Sarah.
Sarah.
So glad you came to join us, darling, and finding a feather that's calling for you. I also have a give you this so that I've seen that you're being mindful of your blankie. You are welcome. So there we have it, our 2021 GISS Indigenous Grad. Congratulations, graduates here and those of us in spirit. We lift our hands to you, kids. We're so proud of you. Yeah, let the party begin. Life ready for you. I don't know
Do I
if
have
it's
to tell
ready.
one little story?
Yes, please, Mr. Rillen, tell us the story.
I will, because I like to do this, everyone. There was with Aiden, I think it just speaks to like the blanket, the wraparound. It takes a community, and right around this time last year, we were trying to get through a couple of courses with Aiden, and if there is a challenging life story, it's probably him. He kind of fits that bill a little bit. So we were trying to figure out some work and some courses, and he just came to me. He goes, I think I'm done. I can't get to work. I can't get to school. I just have zero transportation right now. Somebody just stole my bike and like that. And I just made sure the next day I got his contact information, and I talked to my wife Perry, and I said, I'm gonna borrow your bike for the last week of school. And so I brought it in, and I called Aiden in and gave him Perry's bike, and he made it in every day after that, and we finished off some English with him, and he was able to get to work the next day. So just kind of my thank you to him to being resilient around his life, and little offerings that we can give. And sometimes it's a principal doing something, and sometimes it's a whole district and a whole community, whatever it takes. And I'm certainly glad to be part of all of that. So thank you for letting me share.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They have agility to fly high, and we hold them up because they're the closest thing to the Creator. They're the highest flying bird in the sky. So we gift them to you. They've been smudged, and we gift them to you so that you remember that. You remember this moment. That you remember that you learned so much, that you have strength, and you have courage, and you have knowledge, and you have wisdom. Wisdom is your heart and your knowledge together, okay? And you have those things. And we give it to you because, I'm not gonna lie, somewhere along the way, you're gonna feel lost. You're gonna feel like you can't find your way. And you gotta remember that this eagle feather is there to remind you that you are on the right path, and that you will find that way. I think I've told you guys a few times, the Creator's made you good ones. Don't ever forget that. Okay? Forever. So when I smudge them, they don't call to me who they go to. So we just invite you guys to walk up and choose the one that's for you. Okay. I will share too just quickly, because they've been smudged, they're not to hit the ground, so don't let them fall. Okay. Ladies, if it's your moon time, which is an honor, you're a life giver, like Mother Earth, hold that with pride, okay? You're too powerful to touch it, okay? So hold that. So if it's your moon time, don't touch your feather. If you are drinking or doing drugs, you can't touch your feather, okay? Because when you touch your feather, you're asking the Creator to give you strength and guidance. And if you are putting those things into your body, you don't then turn around and ask the Creator to help guide you, right? You got to make good choices and fill yourself with good medicine, and then hold your feather. Okay? If you got little kids running around, Dallas, make sure you keep it up so that they're not playing with it. Just because they're so young, they don't really understand the culture behind it and the traditions behind it.
Spending time with Abby since she was, I don't think you're even in preschool.
Probably not.
Oh my gracious, for a very long time down in the world of full furs. So Abby, we would love to be able to blanket you today, sweetheart. Is there a particular one or color that's...
I am gonna do the wolf. Can I actually, do you mind if I share why? It's kind of a cool story.
Kind of, yes, I would love that. Please do.
So my parents' wedding band is the wolf, you know, representing like a pack. So then they bought me this ring, which is also a wolf. And like 2 weeks after we bought it, we found out the guy that carved mine was an apprentice of the man that carved theirs. So he brought him up, and I thought that was super cool. So
Oh my
I would love to take the
gosh.
wolf. I know, what are the odds, right? So-
Wow, you guys have a bit of a bar now. That's an amazing story. Abby, my beautiful girl, I would happily gift you with the wolf blanket. Thank you. And if I was allowed to give you a ginormous hug, I'd be doing it right now. I'm so proud
you so
of you.
much.
You're most welcome. Wow, fantastic. Thank you. Lily, is there something that's resonating for you, darling? Miss Lily Lamb, first time I got to spend time with her was on Main Island when I was principal in Saturna and Galliano. And she was just a small little one. Oops, I'm sorry. The Raven, I love that. The Raven's playful. Do you want to speak to
An old friend of mine that passed away was
the
very,
Raven?
very tricky and very playful.
And it's probably still hanging out with you.
Reminds me a lot. I actually have a little bird like Raven. I swear to God, it follows me around everywhere.
It does. They are very smart. My friend, I'm so proud of you,
Thank you so
sweetheart.
much.
I know there's been so many challenges, and yet you pick yourself up and you keep shining. So I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Miss Lily Lamb. I suppose we could be giving applause to you, couldn't we?
Oh yeah.
Yay, Abby, yay, Lily. Sarah. Is it one that's you're like,
Can I get the thing and the relationships that it holds and respect for family? Feels special.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So Sarah was at Galliano for the 3 years I was there. She was one of the first kids who welcomed me into the school, truly opened her heart, and was so wise even then, as a young middle school student that she was, an amazing writer. I can't wait to see what she does with her life as well. And her family, who spend time straddling between Galliano and Valdez and ferries and water taxis, mean everything. They are so proud of you. And I know how much they wish they were here. I just talked to your mom. So congratulations, sweetheart. I'm going to give you all hugs later when I can. He's like,
you know.
this is the one, the
Yeah,
salmon.
this one.
So Gavin is new in my world. Oh my gosh, but what a playful spirit. So much fun, so much energy. Every time I know Gavin is in the room. So it has been so much fun. And I love that he's like, can we dress up today? I'm like, oh, you betcha. Representing beautifully the salmon. Let's go see the world and come back and tell us about it. Congratulations, Gavin. Hudson, who opened the house.
I want the salmon one as well.
You want the salmon one as well? Is that what you guys were going to do? Was there going to be a little wrestling match?
Yeah.
Any particular reason why the salmon's resonating with you?
Not really. I just like the color.
I like the color. There you go. And yes, the salmon's going to go out and adventure the world and come back stronger and better and leave it a good place. So I want to share that this fine man is the first. He and Layla Anderson, who are not able to be here today because she had to work, are our first recipients of our Indigenous bursary that's giving them just a little boost to show them how proud we are of their growth and wanting to learn about themselves and their culture and standing in that place of pride. So this is our very first GISS Indigenous bursary recipient, Hudson Shears. Congratulations, hon. Well done.
We want you to be proud of who you are. We want you to continue learning about your personal and your cultural identities. We want you to know your gifts, and we want you to share them with others. We want you to be open-minded and flexible and support the growth of others, and we want you to speak up for injustices when you see them. For your purpose, we want you to live a life of meaning, build understanding, and seek truth. Build meaning through expressing yourself creatively, and work with others to find solutions to problems. And in terms of options, we want you to seek your own path. We want you to be confident in yourself and what you offer the world. We want you to make a difference through choosing meaningful work to do. And we want you to work hard to get what you desire in life. So we hope that you have learned a lot through your experience of school at GISS, and we hope that you're feeling confident you're graduating and crossing the stage with dignity, purpose, and options. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Formal ceremony component. We get close to the end here, so I'm just going to ask the witnesses to take a moment and maybe collect their thoughts of what they might want to share out with the group of what this experience, this ceremony, what resonates for them, what stands out, and what they'd like to give us there. Oh my gracious! Of course you may.
I just wanted to share with you guys that are here. I wouldn't be able to do this role if it wasn't for you guys. So as much as I just wanted to acknowledge you guys. When you walk into that room, you're the ones that fill that space with pride. And when you meet me in the hall, or you follow me down to the land, or you do all these amazing things, you actually feel my voice and my heart. And a funny little story. I had these two in the room one day, and this one's going off to TRU, and this one's at Camosun College, and this one asked if I could just come to TRU. And it was I will never forget that moment, because this one asked if I could come be the Indigenous support worker at TRU with him, and then this one said no, she's coming to work with me at his
No, gentlemen. I already shawtied.
And so this one says, well, I'm going to pay her $30 an hour. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do for $30 an hour? And he's like, don't worry, Shay, you don't got to do anything. I got you. You just sit there. And I just, as funny and quirky and silly that story is, and that moment was, I will hold that moment forever, because you just made me feel really loved and appreciated.
And thank you. We need you guys. There's been so many times Cheryl said it's been a hard day, but somebody just brought me a muffin, or one of the kids came to see if I needed help. So we're doing what we can to hold and prop you up, but you hold us up too. You hold us up when we need it, and we need that little burst of hope and just good old-fashioned love. So thank you. You've all offered that in your own beautiful ways to each of us. So we're so grateful.
I know some of you better than others, and so I'll just maybe share a bit of a story about each of you. I'm really honored to be part of this circle. I was at the Indigenous Grad last year with the parents and the multi, and I knew many of those students and many of their parents as well, and having grown up on Salt Spring, I know some of your families for a long time, and I'm just really honored. Amazing team to work with, amazing ceremony. And I just want to acknowledge all of you. I'll start with Abby. I knew Abby through middle school. I've known the Tambourines for a long time. And Abby, years ago, maybe it was the beginning of grade 8, we had Monday morning assemblies, and we were looking for speakers. And Abby is clearly not the most wild, crazy, loud, brash person in the world, but always extremely respectful and always extremely kind. And I went up to Abby one day and I said, I don't know if you remember this, Abby, I said, Abby, I think you'd be an amazing speaker. And I think she said, that would be that would take a lot. That'd be really nerve-wracking, and I'm not very good speaking in front of 300 people. But you know what, I'll think about it. And then Abby came back and said, you know what, I'll do that. And I have to say, of all our Monday morning assemblies for all of those years, Abby was one of the best presenters, the most well-prepared, and just always calm and respectful. And that's what I remember about you, Abby, and just seeing you carry yourself from grade 6 to here in grade 12. Congratulations on all your accomplishments, and thanks for all those Monday morning assemblies. Yeah. Hudson, I've known the Shears. I grew up with Andy's dad and mom for, I don't know, well over 40 years. And I'll just share briefly on Hudson. I played baseball and helped coach Hudson on the baseball field. And I know, Hudson going from Salt Spring coach pitch to single A baseball with the Salt Spring team to double A baseball with the Mustangs, and not getting a lot of playing time in double A Mustangs baseball. And Hudson still showed up 4 practices a week, and I check in with him. And then when he got his chance, he did amazing things, and then to move on to AAA baseball, and then Premier League baseball with the Eagles now, and then TRU. Like, talk about resilience. And that's not just in the sporting world, always, again, kind and respectful as a player, and just as a young man. So just hats off to you, Hudson. Amazing work, and I wish you all the best moving forward too. Gavin, I've known Gavin for a long time too. What I remember the most about Gavin is middle school, starting in grade 6. And Gavin was the most huggy guy on the planet. And what I remember him literally sprinting down the hall and going, "Shuggy," and wrapping his arms around me like a little guy in grade 6 who was probably grade 11, but you know what? All the way through to grade 8. And the same thing. So like always, as Cheryl said, like energetic and friendly and outgoing, and then sharing, and I won't get into the details, in the classroom a couple months ago talking about residential schools and your poise and your maturity and your deep thought. And I know we didn't have a lot of follow-up conversations, but I know there was a little bit with Cheryl too, and just want to honor you for your maturity and your young energy, which is so important in this world, especially at these times. So congratulations. Lily, I haven't known Lily very long, but when I first arrived at the high school, Lily spent a little bit of time in my office here and there. But you know what that I have learned about Lily is that, wow, what an amazing, and I said this to Cheryl too, like what an amazing amount of growth and maturity. Like I really mean that. How you carry yourself now. Quick story, Lily was struggling with what courses to take and find a fit, school's like, it's just not working for me. And I said one day, maybe you should try out the shop. And Lily's face was like, oh my God, machines and all that. I don't know if I can do that. And within, a couple weeks of being in the shop class, and she was building these amazing projects and just like fired up, and just a conversation I had with you, Lily, 2 weeks ago about something, and you were just acknowledged and like super grounded, and just so much growth. So congratulations. I haven't known you very long, but I wish you all the best. Sarah I haven't known for very long. I've just got to know you and your mom recently, and I don't have any childhood stories or anything, but what I have known as you as a grad, part of the grad planning group, and in presentations in classrooms, how again mature, respectful, kind, deep thinking, and just to appreciate how you are in the world. And I look forward, hopefully, to seeing you again moving forward. So I don't think I missed anybody. Grads in general. I wish you all the best. And what a challenging year, and that really does show so much resilience moving forward. So thank you.
So we started our day today with a beautiful greeting from Shannon in her own language, which to me, and she shared how strong language is tied to culture. And I think today I'm witnessing that all of these pieces of your culture have been brought for you to share and enjoy, but also you bring your culture. I'm hearing that so much, that you bring your culture every time you step up and step out. And you have grown in such strength that you are able now to bring your culture with you in your journey. Family has reoccurred over and over in today's circle, and not only from the teachers here, but from you. And you've talked about your families and how important they are. And I think you are really holding that, and I hope you do hold that your family, your wolf pack, your tribe who you on this land, Hudson for you, the families that have carried you and brought you to here will always be part of your circle. Your circle will hold you, and we're just a small sample of this circle. So please always come back, circle back to your circle when you need help, and be your true self. I'm hearing that over and over. You can't compete with that.
Might give them a second.
Be your true selves. I'm hearing that over and over, and all of the gifts you've received today, you were able to be yourself when you selected that gift, and you drew from yourself. So I hear that over and over, and I think that this school has succeeded this challenging year, even so, to allow you to be your true selves. The team in the Indigenous Center has really, really lifted you in a time that's only going to get more difficult, and that has been very difficult. But I hope that you really do know yourselves at this point, and you can walk forward in this journey as yourselves, with your feathers, with your dignity and purpose and options. Thank you, Ryan. So, it's amazing. Thank you for letting me be here.
Ready this whole time.
Oh yeah.
That's what he was saying when they were, I have clothes.
I have clothes. I can put them on.
I love it. I love that you've come with that beautiful energy, that you're curious and interested and respectful. It's been a pleasure to have you in our circle.
Yeah.
I'm inviting you now to give us your
Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I didn't know this was happening today. And so when Gavin said, "Yeah, I'm on island," I'm like, "What? You're coming over?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm graduating." I was like, "Oh wow." And so I'm so thankful to be here and to witness this amazing event for you guys. When I was sitting here listening to you guys speak, I could just feel the reverence and the importance of listening, and I could feel it in the air with the warm breeze and the birds chirping and the trees doing their thing. I could just feel how important this was and how amazing time it was. So I just want to congrats to you grads. You did it. Heitzapka.
Wow. You're not graduating anytime soon, right? We gotta keep you. We're gonna keep you. You need to come into our room, young man.
It's a wonderful beginning for you. And I'd also like to just point out witness. The word witness to me feels so important, because so much of the time we're participants in our lives, but we're not witnesses. And I think this gives us an opportunity, all of us, to look at what we're doing and where we are and where we're going. And it's a chance to reflect. So that's what I felt, all during this wonderful ceremony, to be able to be present and to participate and to know that I'm witnessing it too. So thank you. Thank you, all of you.
We're getting a picture of you with Cheryl.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm so glad you came down, Sarah.
Hudson's running away.
Hudson, get back over here.
And then we're doing cake.
One more picture.
Okay, smiling. And there's a
Shannon, come here.
and there's a camera up there. Over here, Sarah.
Very nice.
If you have your airdress, you need to see the paddle. Yeah.
Hold the paddle together. For goodness sake.
Okay, we're gonna get the whatchamacallit. I don't have an apple, so it might be more complicated than that.
Hold the paddles together.
Oh, we could
Do that.
do that.
Awesome.
You need a Q-tip out your lip.
Yeah. Put her.
Why over my ears?
Because it.
Traditional and shared territory of the Coast Salish peoples, specifically the Halkominum and Sinchotlan speaking people who continue to use and steward these lands. I'd like to take... What? No.
I know.